and also we have discussed about this member. Okay, so this is Ascaris lumbricoides, this is a female and this is male, and you can see in the picture as well the female is quite longer in size whereas male is shorter, and the length of female is around 20 to 40 centimeter whereas that of the male is 15 to 30 centimeters. So male is shorter. And observe this is the tail region. You can see that in the male at the tail region coiling is observed. Okay, so this is the major difference between them. And in Ascaris you will observe sexual dimorphism. Okay, what is sexual dimorphism? As here you will see that two sexes of the same species exhibit different characteristics. So this is an endoparasite. Endo means inside. They live inside the body, and Ascaris lumbricoides live inside the intestine of human beings, and it causes a disease ascariasis. Okay, so Ascaris, as the name is Ascaris lumbricoides, and causes a disease ascariasis. And what they do, they grow in number and they block the intestine. They block the passage of the intestine and causes abdominal discomfort, as well as they also causes indigestion problem, diarrhea, as well as vomiting. So ascariasis disease is caused by Ascaris lumbricoides, and the acts of Ascaris enter in our body while eating this unwashed vegetables, unwashed your fruits, as well as through contaminated water. So their eggs enter in our body, and where they mature, and they also multiply in the number. Okay, now observe this figure. Here you will see this is the male and this one is the female. Coiling is observed over here at the tail region, whereas female is straight. At the tail region in the male you will see these are the spicule, and they are generating from the cloacal aperture. What is cloacal aperture? Cloacal aperture is the aperture which is functioning as both as anus as well as genital aperture. So cloacal aperture function as anus as well as genital aperture. So in the female cloacal aperture is there, and whereas in the female anus is separate, whereas vulva is the genital aperture which is separate. Okay, in the male cloacal aperture is there which is function as both anus as well as genital aperture, whereas in the female you will find separate. Anus is separate, vulva is separate. Okay, and here you will see the pharynx is musculator. So this is the characteristic feature of this phylum, this important feature. Okay, pharynx is musculator. Now this is the pinworm Enterobius. Okay, these all are the pinworms, and they are generally found in the region of the large intestine, in the K-cup, colon, or vermiform appendix region of the human being. So they are generally found in the large intestine region. And when the person is sleeping at the night, and these female pinworms come out and reaches to the anus to lay eggs, and at that time they cause itching problem. Okay, so rashes occurs. So they also enters while eating contaminated food. Right, now next one is the loa loa, that is the eye worm. Okay, inside the eye you can see this worm is there, that is loa loa, and the infection gets by the bites of the deer fly chrysops. It is important for you remember the name of the deer fly. Chrysops is the deer fly which causes loa loa, and the disease is known as Lewis's. And this disease is categorized by the subcutaneous swelling near the eyes, as well as it also causes conjunctivitis inside the eyes. Okay, so this is the loa loa eye worm. This is ancylostoma. Now you know about ancylostoma. It clings with the help of the teeth. So these are the teeth. With the help of this teeth, it clings in our small intestine. Now how it reaches to our small intestine? See this. This is the rhabdiform larva. Rhabdiform larva is the characteristic feature of not is the characteristic feature. It is the larva of ancylostoma. Okay, ancylostoma larva is rhabdiform, and this larva enters when you move barefoot. So while you are moving barefooted, this larva enter in your veins, from where it reaches your heart. Let me take other color. It reaches to your heart, and from here it reaches to the lungs, then to the trachea, and then to your esophagus. From here it moves to your alimentary canal and reaches the small intestine, where they increase in number. Okay, so this is ancylostoma, also called hookworm, right? So infection occurs by boring through the skin. So how you will control it? By avoid moving with the barefoot. Now next is the Wucheria bancrofti. It is the filarial worm. Wucheria bancrofti causes a disease called elephantiasis, also called filariasis. Okay, and this is caused by the Culex mosquito. Remember the name. Culex mosquito is the intermediate host of the Wucheria bancrofti. In the Ascaris lumbricoid, there is no intermediate host. Okay, and the Wucheria bancrofti intermediate host is the Culex. So by the bite of this, it enters into our lymphatic system and it reaches to the lymph node and causes inflammation over there. Lymph node gets swollen and it causes a serious disease called elephantiasis. It generally affects the legs, arms and scrotum region. Okay, now I'll show you one picture. So see this, here you will see this person is suffering from this disease, Wucheria bancrofti, okay, also known as filarial worm. So how you will protect yourself from this disease? By protection from the mosquito. Okay, now move on to next one. This is Trichuris trichura, and the larva or the eggs of this Trichuris trichura enters by the food and the water. Contaminated food and water, their eggs or larva enter in our body and it reaches to the large intestine in the cecum, appendix and colon region. Okay, especially it affects the man and the children. So it is structure is whip like and so the name is the whip worm. This is Trichuris trichura. Okay guys, now this is Rhabditis. Many species of the Rhabditis are free living and they mostly found in moist soil and the cattle dung. Okay, they mostly found on moist soil and the cattle dung. So this is Rhabditis. Now, according to the sense organ, there are two classes of this phylum Aschelminthus. What are those classes? Aphasmidia and the Phasmidia. Okay, as the name is Aphasmidia, phasmids are absent, means phasmids are the sense organs which are absent in Aphasmidia class, and amphids are present which are of various type. Example of this class is Trichinella and Trichuris. Okay, now about the Phasmidia. In the Phasmidia, phasmids are present as well as amphids are present. Both are present, and phasmids are present at the posterior end, whereas amphids are present at the anterior end. Okay, anterior means front, posterior means back, right? So example of this class is Ascaris, also called giant intestinal roundworm, Enterobius pinworm, Ancylostoma hookworm, Wucheria filarial worm. So these all are the respective members of this class Phasmidia.